Hello, hello, my crafty friends. I have to find myself here. Let me see. Love it. Okay. Rearrange this just a little bit. So here we are on live number 2 of 2026, because already the world is traveling way too fast. Okay, so I'm working on this project and I didn't want to rearrange what I was going to do here. So I'm just going to share with you what I'm making today. But right now, I wanted to show you essentially a sneak peek. It's already been released in Australia, so it's really not a sneak peek. But I'm going to see if I can't get my computer to work. Or not my computer, but the iPad to work so that I can see you guys as you chat with me and it's not kind of from behind. Doesn't always work. There we go. Yay. So I'm a few minutes late, sorry, but that's because I got sidetracked on a totally different thing, right? I would never do that. This is our product of the month for January. Isn't that pretty? Well, this is pretty too, but it's a stamp set. Fabulous sayings. You're on my mind. Thank you. Happy birthday. Sending love. And this nice kind of script font, and then these cute little additional things. So fun. It's like so much hooray just because. Simply no words for this. A fabulous friend. Yeah, really like you can do anything. Hey Barbara, how are you? So this is really fun, super cute, love it, so versatile. So I normally don't do a whole lot of scrapbooking because you can't get a lot done, at least at my pace. Y'all know I'm kind of a little slow going here. So I thought I would try and get this done. I'm editing and I'm going to be working on a recreation of things from the Love Story workshop. That's what the base is being used. Generally come up, but I thought, you know, I never have shared one of the workshops as far as like the quality of the paper that they're using to create these directions is really quite heavy, actually. It's not totally like cardstock, but it's definitely thicker than like your copy paper, and it's silky and it's kind of shiny, but it's a great working guide. Your cutting instructions are in there. Oh my gosh, hey Teresa, I have not talked to you in forever. How have you and your family been? And then the cutting guides, it's helpful. They show you the scissors are the first cut, and then you can create these 3 layouts, 6 pages. A layout for me is always 2 pages. And then it kind of gives you, here's that, and then you kind of lighten it up and it tells you kind of go in here 1/4 of an inch, you know, measure down 3 5/8 for this piece, and then kind of work your way across. Yeah, so how is the weather in Maryland? We have been a rainy day. So that's the original as intended. And I am busy editing, so I have a not original, unintended kind of thing. So I'm kind of working on doing this, and I thought I would just sort of share what I've got going on here. Whoops. I don't know why. That one's got adhesive on it. Yikes. Let me get rid of my scratch pieces of paper here, so that I have my glue station down here on the bottom. And I'm kind of matching, or I'm kind of laying out some pieces that creates a layout sort of like this, but without using all the long strips so that you can get more layouts. So this is like 3 layouts. The one that we're doing right now is approximately 9 layouts. I had some cutting challenges. Those of you guys who know me, sometimes I make a number of errors in my cutting. Don't intend to, but you know, that happens. So I thought we'd kind of play. Tomorrow is the big day where everything under the sun is released, and I know that I've talked to you guys a little bit about that. And this is the day that you want to consider doing your orders. Don't do anything today, tomorrow, or tomorrow, yes, today, no. Just because they're going to make a big release, and with the bonus days, you might as well wait for everything to come out, because that's kind of how that's going to work. Now I have a lot of little pieces here that go like all over the place, so I'm sitting here trying to figure out kind of where I'm going to put them. But this is a great way to make your paper go a whole lot longer. Or further, I shouldn't say longer, but a whole lot further, because you can do this. Oops. Keep those together. I had some cutting issues that were my fault, not the cutting guide fault. You know, I can make some big, huge mistakes. Oh, that goes down here. So how was everybody's weekend? We've had a lot of rain. I don't know about anybody else, but boy, have we gotten rain. Again, the great news is said rain is not coming into my house. Hey, Jennifer, how are you? Oh my gosh. 2 people. So when you get this workshop, you'll be able to get the additional directions from me so that you can create, oh boy, shoot, now I have to figure out which one that goes to. You can create the same thing that I'm doing here, or you can do your own thing. There's no rules. I love it when you guys go rogue. I'm so glad to hear you're good. This has to go this way. I had a few cutting issues. I don't think that's lined up right, but. So there are die cuts and stickers. There is everything your heart desires here for creating. And the fun thing is you're just going to put this together, and it's going to be this mishmash of stuff that you're putting out. And there's not a right or wrong to it. You just figure out what it is that you're trying to design, or the way you want them to line up. I kind of go a little bit like what she's done. Now there's a light and a dark for our 12 by 12 cardstock, when we're using the light side here to kind of match. Yeah. Well, hi, Miss Dai-Dai. How are you? I got sidetracked to another project. Are you surprised? Must have been the paper that was... Oh, here we go. I knew I had some little cute pink ones somewhere in here. So we are going to have a football night because my sister's college that she graduated from is playing big deal kind of way. And I think Tennessee, so she's, it's kind of cool. She went to one state university, I went to the other. The Grizzlies was where I went, the University of Montana, and Jackie went to University or Montana State. Yeah, and so they got the big, huge playoff that's going to happen today. The stripes, yep. Look at that. I think that kind of looks okay. There's not much that you missed outside of the product of the month peek. And we're looking at the love story workshop, which comes all inclusive, and these are the directions. I think they're actually, I hate to say this, but they're really nice and thick. I think they're heavier than the ones I've got from Close to My Heart. So they've done a nice job putting some quality into that. But this is the product of the month. This is the stamp set with a $75 order you can get for $5. And I have a bunch of new pictures and stuff that I've got. But that is why I'm late. I got to logging in and was like, oh my gosh, somebody posted this up, and then I really got to looking at it and I was like, I need that. I don't need anything, but you know what I'm saying, guys. And I'm trying to keep all my pieces from running amok. I think you're going to go down here. Oh, this is my pink one. See what I mean? I can be challenged. I can't always figure out what... And you don't want these to have any rhyme or reason. This is also a great plan for your scraps, should you have scraps, like I think we all have a zillion scraps. Okay, I like the way that one's turning out. This might be one of the ones that I actually, yeah, cut myself short. I had a few cutting issues here. I actually have to piece together some things to make it look right. How many of you guys have done that, where you've cut something and you've been like, oh, that didn't work out? Fortunately, all of the errors so far have been on my part, not the guide. So I seem to be missing, here they are, some pink ones. So I grabbed this because I want to add some pink to this. Set this down very carefully. And like I said, you want some up, you want downs, you want kind of all arounds. You don't want anything in particular. This is 2 inches. Yep. So I'm going to cut this in half. We can get a little bit more out of it. And probably, yeah, I need to cut a little bit off of that. That's 3 inches, so we're going to do 2.5. Keep that little thing, because you don't know when you're doing a page like this, you do not know what you're going to need. So grab your scraps, grab 6 4x6s, and of course you can use flip-flops with the 4x6s. Yes, hi Connie. Happy New Year to everybody. I hope that you had a safe and quiet New Year's. We don't know what quiet here is in my area. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. Look at that. So I have some extra pieces, and I'm sure they go somewhere. You put these all back onto here. I'm afraid of losing these things. So I'm going to put my adhesive and kind of just set them down. I'm going to leave about 1/2 inch. Now, like I said, when you guys get this and you start playing, you do what your heart desires. And I'm just putting glue on down here so I don't lose it. And I'm going to put a strip over the top of this so that it has some continuity. Or like if you have ribbon would be a good piece to use. But your goal is to kind of have it be laid down, but you want to not have seams. It's crazy because I say that and then you're going to go ahead and create a seam. Make sure you check the paper, because some of this paper in this kit coming your way tomorrow or tonight, depending on how driven you are to stay up. This piece goes across here and it covers that seam. Yikes. It's a lot harder to put down than it looks. Look at that. I normally don't do much scrapbooking, but I have. Order you one of what? Oh, one of the workshops? It's pretty cute. And this is number 7, layout number 7 that I'm on right now. How's that for craziness? I still have to get this box and I'm going to get down the card buffet for you, Di. Being on time is, I'm getting better though. I feel like I'm getting to wake up from the crazy. Dry roof, Di. We've had another 4 or 5 days of straight range. Today is absolutely beautiful outside. You just never know that we were dumping rain all whatever. So how many of you guys have got a bunch of little scraps running around your scrap room that you could utilize to do something like this and create a page or a layout that, because I know, I mean, oh, so you can get the stamp of the month? Yes. Or I mean, I'm sorry, the product of the month. They're not calling it the stamp of the month because they are changing products. Sometimes you're going to see paper, sometimes you're going to, oh my goodness, see stamps. And one of the things that's my favorite is a lot of people will do dovetails, and I stink at dovetails, although I have Stampin' Up, one of my favorite products from Stampin' Up is that punch that does the dovetails for you. It's great. But the dovetail punch will not work for dovetails of this width. For this 1-inch ones, it works just fine. Not the case with the rest of it. So, I might be a little bit off as far, get some adhesive on this. I am Diane's personal concierge. Okay, I thought I had this a little bit close on that end. And so even if you have to piece together what you want, tomorrow is the day for everything. It is the launch of all launches. If you look at the description that I provided, tomorrow or tonight, if you're on my side of the world, at 11 p.m. Pacific time. It's like 2 a.m. your guys' time, so I, don't feel like staying up. I don't blame you. Need a lifting tool. Did you see, Connie, the stamp or the product of the month? If you didn't, here it is. Isn't that great? I love it. Stay tuned into the group the group page, because I'll be I just pulled it off of our amazing Aussie friends. If you ever want to know what's happening in the United States, go look at Australia consultants or demonstrators. New Zealand They're the first people to for Stampin' Up! Stuff to roll for. Now see how much nicer that looks than that? So just having that seam. Right. And the key thing about this layout, though, is that it is a very useful layout to get rid of scraps. And I am all about not completely throwing out my scraps, but doing something kind of cute, you know? This is cute, because cute matters. As I tell Sarah Grace, even if she says, she gives me a dirty look. Yeah, it's really neat. And it's only $5, which I think is great. I think I'm going to start doing a challenge. If you got the product of the month for last month, please message me. I have a special treat for you. The reports are not finalized yet, but all of the kit or the stamp kits of the month of Stamp It Your Way, they are all mailed, and so all of you guys should have that, and you should have the link to the kit to the YouTube class so that you guys can create that. I have to tell you, this paper, I absolutely PT kicked your butt today. That's good. I love this paper. You can see all those hearts, and they're just kind of like all scattered. That's great. I'm blessed because Di's friends, one of her friends is an teacher as well, and she uses our scraps. So we ship them. I have to do a quick cardstock check, so I'm going to order my cardstock this month. Bonus coupons, guys, this is great. I love bonus coupons. The first time, I'd never seen anything so much fun in my life. But you get $5 coupons for every $50 you spend, plus you get your stamping rewards. So on that $50, 5 or 10% of $50. Connie, help me out. It's $5, right? That's 10. Yeah, 5 times 10 is 50. So your 10% in your rewards, and then you're going to get another $5, so another 10% back in a coupon. So next month you are going to have 20% of what you spend in January back that you can spend. Now, your stamping rewards do not have to be used next month. Your coupons do have to be used next month. So you can bank those Stampin' Rewards for another time. See? Perfect scrap page, guys. And I know that almost all of us have these kind of 1 inch, 2 inch, 1.5 inch. Pages to, I feel like I just heard myself echo. There we go. I don't know. I'm going to move this one. I want it there to be 2 different sizes next to each other. I don't want them to have the same size. Things are important like this, you know. Yeah, I am that way, actually, Connie. I get to where I'm done, and then I go to the next pack, and then these scraps go to the art teacher. Or she's not an art teacher, she teaches early childhood. Still, you do a lot of art with early childhood, so she is an art teacher. Straight matters. Look at the difference between the real red paper. This is the dark side, which is the true color, and then the light side. I really like having both sides again. Now, the one thing I will tell you from my experience is that the two-toned paper, because it's made differently, is not going to show up as the same colors that, ooh, I did this one off for some reason. I need a really skinny piece. We're gonna make this skinny. Should just tack it down. It'll be easier to cut. I lost my train of thought entirely, you guys. Could you remember what I was talking about? You're never going to be ready for retirement. I don't know that we are either. We met with our financial planner and we were talking about our, you know, goal. But then you start talking about Sarah Grace and that we have one more year of high school and college if she goes to college. She just talked about going in the military. Although right now I'd like her not to do that. And then again, you have this rough seam, and you're going to take a 1/4 inch strip. I don't do anything less than 1/4 inches, guys. I can't handle it. The cutting is too thin. So I think realistically, by the time we get her through the next 2 years and then into college, and that's another 4 years, and then we recover from college, I think that we will be ready to retire in 10 years. See how important those seams are? Here are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 4x6s, and you can layer these with flip flaps. So you could stack this easily with flip flaps all the way across and add another, I mean, one flip flap will add 2 more pictures. So 3 times 6 would be 8. No, 3 times 6, is that 18? 12, 18, yes. You could have 18 pictures on this layout. And that to me is amazing. Okay, these are from a cute little embellishment pack that you can purchase, and it has all these gold things, and you have insides and outsides. And I'm just going to cut everything in half. I'm trying to eyeball my half. About points. This is not going to be super accurate, but pretty close. Now I'm going to need to have 2 of these because I'm going to use these to put on kind of some titles and that. So here, if you haven't seen these, they're great for cards, but they're also great to do things like this, to be backgrounds behind some pieces that you want to put. Now, I did not have the full pack because I had used some smaller pieces on something else. I'm going to run this down to here. Like it's tucked under those pictures. And then I'm going to have the ability to do some decorating on this. Oh my goodness, are you serious, Di? Alright, so I want to show you how to do something, and we're going to abandon this project because this is generally why I don't. It takes me such a long time to kind of weigh out things and to weigh out such a bigger landscape to work on. Those are my little dots. Where are my bigger dots? Oh, here they are. I'll show you something. These are the ones that are on the other side of the deal. The other side. So cut this in half. I'm going to show you a thing that I have just figured out how to do. So I have 2 glue dots on there, right? This is your trick. And throw me up some numbers. I'm going to split a package of these pretty new gems, the Strawberry Slush gems. I'm going to split up a package, and they're also used on the Stamp of the Month. So on one of these glue dots, you start to put this together. And you're just going to loop this back and forth. 16. Where's my pack of numbers? Okay. See what I'm doing? So I'm creating my cute little bow thingy. I've anchored it onto here, 7. And then I'm going to, the other glue dot number 2 is going to get put on top of that. And then I'm going to heat that up. Barbara, you're right on the money. So you're an insta winner for 1 out of 3. Die when we get done, if you'd be so kind to put the winners in. Then when you open this up, you will have glue dots on both sides of this. It will lay flatter than if you actually knotted it. And I am not a huge fan of knots. I like my scrapbook pages to be flatter. Susan used these heavier gems. I'm not going to use those gems on this because I want my stuff to be flatter. Any more takers up there? Is it only Di and Barbara and Connie? If it's only the 3 of you guys, then you all 3 can win. Because there's no point. I don't see anybody else putting anything else up. So love matters, you guys. Oh, there comes in Susan under the wire. I didn't even realize you'd snuck on, Susan. It's a good call. And with 3D or dimensionals, I'm putting that on top. See how cute that is? And there's some wonderful stamp stickers and a whole bunch of die cuts, print and cuts. So we made a bunch of print and cuts. There's like several pages of them. In addition to the punch outs. I need one of those little things now and for always. Okay, so it's going to be Connie. Yeah, I love the gems too. It's going to be, let's see, Connie, and it's going to be Susan. Sorry there, Di. So I'm going to put this right on top just like that. And I do need to put a little foam dimensional underneath it. But I didn't need to do all of it because it's already going on there. So in my creative sticky way, here, I'm going to do that. Make sure it's straight because I can't handle not straight. Look at that. Isn't that cute? So I'm not done with this, but there you go. Grab all those 1/2 inch, 1 inch, 2 inch pieces, and even up to about 2.5 inches here. Grab them, cut them in half, make a great layout. And you can even do this with a card. The same concept that I've just done here, just make the band narrower, if you will, if that's a word. And then you're ready to go. And I may actually pull this up and put that over the top of that so it has a little bit more continuity. See, the things that I come up with. Happy New Year to you too. All right, ladies and no gents today. And congratulations to Susan, Connie, and Barbara. I'll be putting some things in. And I'll show you on Thursday how to take this same concept and make it into a card. So you can see it. Trust me, we'll get a lot more cards done than we will layouts. Talk to you soon, and thank you so much. Love you guys. You make my business rock, and I enjoy all of you.